Hey everyone, so if you've been subscribed to my channel for any length of time now, you know that I've been shooting a lot of 300 Blackout. If you've been following the discussion around 300 Blackout over the last couple of years, you know that there's a comparison that always seems to be made whenever the topic of 300 Blackout's brought up. And that comparison is that the trajectory of a 300 Blackout is the same as a thrown rock. So we're going to test that out today. We have this right here. This is the 300 Blackout upper that I built. Currently it's on a pistol lower. If we need to, I'll throw it on my SBR lower as well. I got a 1:6 primary arms ACSS scope, which is excellent in 300 Blackout. But I wanted to see for myself conclusively if 300 Blackout is the same as the thrown rock. Now, with 300 Blackout, obviously we're dealing with a wide variety of bullet weights, everything down from 110 all the way up to 220. I decided to pick a good medium weight bullet, so I'm going to be using some of the Hornady 150 grain full metal jacket bullets just like this one, and then we're going to be basically testing it against rocks just like this one. So I'm going to have a camera set up downrange to hopefully catch where we're going. We're not going to be able to get good velocities on this one, unfortunately, but we should be able to get rough ideas of group size. So I'm going to have the downrange camera, and then my head volunteer range safety officer Christian here is going to be my downrange man as well, helping me spot my shots. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and start. Do you want to start with the rocks or with the bullets?
Let's start with the bullets.
Okay, let's start with the bullets. So we'll get set up and we'll see what kind of group and trajectories we get with the 150 grain Hornady full metal jacket 300 Blackout bullets.
Rock versus bullet.
Let's do this.
Here's the test.
Okay, so first up, like we said, is going to be the bullets. Again, these are 150 grain full metal jacket bullets. They're designed for 308, but they're very commonly used in 300 Blackout. And again, it's going to be a good middle of the road as far as weights. Again, I'm going to try to get as consistent a velocity as possible on each of these. So we'll see what I can do. But again, we got our downrange camera and our downrange volunteer range safety officer. Let's see what we can do. Ready?
Ready.
Okay, first shot. Okay. So you can definitely tell with the slower velocity that it seems to be affected by the wind considerably. It definitely didn't go directly towards my point of aim. Let's see what happens on number 2. Okay, so interesting. This looks like it's going to be a pretty big group. Number 3. That one felt like it came out a little bit hotter. Let's see if we can keep it a little bit more consistent. Here's for number 4. All right, and last up, number 5. Okay, that one came out a little bit slower. We'll go ahead. I'm going to get my rangefinder just so we can get an approximate distance on those shots, and we'll see what we got. Okay, so that first group is pretty interesting. Definitely got some results, which we'll go over here in a second. So next up is going to be the rocks. Tried to get as close to 150 grains on each of these rocks as I could. Again, velocity should be more or less the same, so we'll see what kind of range we get on these rocks and group size. All right, first up. Ready downrange? Ready downrange. All right, let's go. Number 1. Oof, that one probably came out a little slow. Let's try to keep up the velocity here. Number 2. Okay, these thrown rocks are definitely given an interesting trajectory. Number 3. Oof. Yeah, that's again came up pretty slow. Number 4. All right, and last but not least, number 5. Not good, not good. We'll have to check the results. I don't even think some of those made it to the downrange camera. I'll go ahead and get my rangefinder out and we'll see about what distance we got on each of those. Okay, so we definitely got some interesting results there. I would say the group size seemed about the same, probably a little bit bigger on the rock. I don't know, you were downrange.
A little wider on the rocks, by about a foot.
Yeah, and the velocity definitely seemed a lot more inconsistent on the rock, just from the shooter perspective, and then just kind of where they ended up. It's according to the rangefinder, it was about 21 yards away for the center of the rock group versus about 22 yards for the center of the full metal jacket 150 grain bullet group. So it does appear to be true that the trajectory of a 300 Blackout is about the same as a thrown rock. So, you know, hopefully we were able to prove conclusively today that what you hear on the internet is indeed true, pretty much 100% of the time, from my findings so far. So, you know, definitely interesting results, but in all seriousness, obviously this isn't meant to be taken seriously, hopefully.
No, this is totally serious.
Yeah.
This is science.
Yeah, this is science. Science never jokes around. So again, obviously, when it comes to 300 Blackout, there's a lot of naysayers out there. I've been shooting it a lot myself. It's definitely not a do everything round. It's not like 5.56 when it comes to distance or anything like that, or even any of the more full rifle size cartridges like, you know, 308, 30.6, all those. It's definitely not going to be like that, but it definitely has its uses. I think I'll be doing more in-depth videos on 300 Blackout. Probably both myself and Christian will be involved in those. So if you want to see actual testing of 300 Blackout ammo, definitely stay tuned. Stay subscribed to my channel. I'm going to be doing a pretty lengthy series coming up here soon, testing out a bunch of different factory loads, but with both velocity and accuracy, doing an actual test out of this on my SBR lower, getting actual velocities and all that. So again, if you want to see that, definitely stay subscribed to my channel. Don't believe everything you hear on the internet unless you hear it from us, in which case it's probably true most of the time. I think 60% of the time we're right every time. Every single time. 60%. I think that's the number we came up to. 62 on a good day. 62 on a good day. Yeah. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the little fun that we had. I think we had a little bit of fun shooting. A little bit of fun. But again, if you want to see more 300 Blackout stuff, stay subscribed to this channel. You'll see a lot more of it. If you guys want to see more satirical stuff, not that I'm sure this even qualifies, but if you want to see more of it, let me know, and we can try working on stuff like this in the future. But anyway, as always, I hope you're able to get something out of this video, and I appreciate you watching.